And make sure it's not warm water, or if you do put it in warm water, let it cool before you put it to the chicken. And just pour it in till the chicken's covered. And I got a little left over, but that's fine. And I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator for about I guess about an hour. Then it'll be ready to cook. And it definitely does help get the chicken to have a little saltiness to it and spice. So for lunch today, I'm gonna make some honey mustard chicken thighs, and I've been having my chicken thighs soaking in some cayenne pepper and salt brine for about an hour in the refrigerator. So make sure you dry them off thoroughly if you do that way. And for the sauce, we're going to be mixing some 3 tablespoons of honey, 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, some minced garlic, a teaspoon, 3/4 of a tablespoon of olive oil, and a little bit of salt and pepper. So let me get that mixed up here. So I got my mustard and honey in there. This is I'm gonna just fill it up to about 3/4 of a tablespoon of olive oil as well. And we just add a couple of a little bit of black pepper. I'm not gonna really measure this. Just kind of do it to where, and remember, already been the chicken been soaking in a brine, so maybe I don't know, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And that's it. Let me go ahead and mix this up really well, and I'll show you the next step. All right, got my sauce all nice and mixed up here. Gave it a little taste. Salt's good, pepper's good. And you can probably add some cayenne, whatever you want to it, but I'm gonna keep it simple. And at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and get my chicken dried off. Pay no attention to the sink, to the dirty sink next to it. But got your little bowl, got your little colander, and I'll just go ahead and dump my chicken in, and most of the water will drain off of it. And once it's drained pretty good, go ahead and take you a paper towel or a little dishcloth, clean, and go ahead and dry each piece off. That way you won't have any extra water for it to sweat. And that's how we look. So let me get those done. I'll go ahead and put them in a baking dish. My dish is too small. That's not going to bake right because they're touching. Let me get another bowl, another baking dish. All right, go ahead and put them in a baking dish where they won't touch so much. That way they'll brown nicely. And basically at this point, we'll just go ahead and pour the mixture on them on both sides. So we're going to kind of flip them around a bit and get them all nice and coated. So let me do that. And once you get all the pieces thoroughly coated, we'll go ahead and put them in the oven for 375 degrees, basically until your chicken gets to temperature of 165. So I'm thinking probably close to 45 to 1 hour. So let me put them in the oven and make sure it's preheated. And I'll put it about in the middle or so, uncovered, that way they'll brown nicely. And go ahead and fix the skin on them, that way they'll be good. So that's it, we'll let it cook. All right, we've been about 40 minutes so far. It's showing 165, but I went ahead and checked this one. You can see it's a little pink still coming out, so it needs to go a little longer. Like I said, maybe about 10 more minutes or so, but I'm gonna just take some of the gravy and just kind of baste them with it. I think that'll help add to the flavor. Plus it'll make it brown a little bit because there's a little oil in the pan. So yeah, I think this gonna be a pretty good little meal. So we're gonna let it go another 10 minutes or so, just to make sure it's fully cooked. Yeah, it cooked about 52 minutes. I went ahead and checked all of them. They're all well above 165. The juice runs clear now when you stick them, so there's no blood inside of them anymore. So I think we're done. So let me get it plated up and I'll show you what it looks like. I'm gonna have this with some green beans. And I'm actually using a little bit of the gravy to kind of toss the green beans in. I think that'd be a good little taste. So I'm only gonna do 2 of them. So I'm gonna get them all out the pan and get some of the grease out the pan, and that way I can toss my green beans in it. And I'll basically just kind of skim it off like this, and I'll get most of it removed. So let me get that done. And I got a pretty good portion of it out. Like I said, you know, not all of it, but most of it. And I'm not going to scrape the black portion, but all the brown bits I'm going to kind of scrape down in the pan. That'll be my little sauce. You can also dip your chicken in it. And basically just kind of get it all scraped in there. The bits of garlic and everything. And we just leave the brown portion in the baking dish. So that's a nice little sauce. So there you go. Got my 2 thighs, got my green beans. Put you a little bit of your sauce. You know, just kind of drizzle it on top of everything. I think that's going to be a good little meal. Well, let's give it a little taste, see what we got here. Go ahead and perfectly cooked chicken. You definitely don't want dry chicken, but you don't want raw chicken either. So there's a fine line between good chicken and bad chicken. This looks like pretty good chicken. Let's give it a taste. I'm telling you, that garlic and honey has a real good flavor. And the chicken is actually salty all the way through. So you really don't have to add much salt when you're making that sauce to put on top to bake it. Just a pinch, because the chicken, like I said, if you brine it first, like I said, 1 hour of brine, to me it comes out perfect. So there's lunch. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Thanks.